I only train for around 6 hours per week, and I still make some insane progress. So in this video, I want to tell you how I can do that. How I manage to build the physique that I have now. I was training for not that long. I just trained for 6 hours, around six, sometimes even 7 hours, sometimes five. And yeah, I still make very good progress with training this little. It isn't even that much. So yeah, I'd say the first thing, I've made a small changes in my training. In the past, I used to literally track my rest times for some reason. I rest at least 3 minutes between exercises. Sometimes I went up to 6 minutes. But now I've changed that a lot. I was in Spain with my family last summer and I trained with my brother and he doesn't track his rest times. And yeah, I just experimented with it and I found it really good and effective. So I started not really, right now I don't even track my rest times anymore. I just go by feel, how the muscle feels, if I feel ready to go back and do another set. And because of that, I also just rest a lot less on most sets. Because in the past, I was relying on the timer, on the is it 3 minutes or 4 minutes or 5 minutes? Now I'm just relying on how I feel. Does the muscle feel ready to go back? Is my cardiovascular, is my cardio back to normal? Am I breathing normally? And yeah, when I feel ready, I just go back. And sometimes it will take me 30 seconds and feel ready to go back in. Sometimes it will take me 1 minute, sometimes it will take me two. But in general, my rest times aren't that super long. And I don't use my phone between sets. I know a lot of people use their phones between sets. I don't really do that. I'll just quickly pick up my phone. I'll maybe write down my sets, how many reps I did with how much weight, and then I just wait and I just focus on how the muscle feels. Focus on how I feel and if I feel ready to go back in. That's what I do. So yeah, I don't rest for that long, but I don't like intentionally restrict my rest breaks. That's not what I do. I just go by feel. If I feel ready, if the muscle feels ready, if I feel like the muscle isn't burning too much anymore, and I feel my cardio is back to normal, and I feel like I'm breathing normally again, then I'll go back. But if I feel like I'm not ready yet, and I need more time to rest, then I'll rest more. Or it really depends on the exercise. And there are some exercises where I need a lot of rest. There's some exercises where I can go back and literally 20 seconds of rest. Like maybe calf raises. When I train calf, I can literally go back after 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds of rest. But if I do, for example, on the leg press or the squats, it will take me at least 2 minutes to be ready to go back, sometimes even three. So that's kind of the difference. But yeah, I don't intentionally restrict my rest breaks. I just go by feel. But automatically, because I don't like track my rest breaks anymore, on some exercises I'll just rest super shortly because I don't really need it. These long rest breaks, and I'll just instantly go back. Second thing, I do between 15 and 20 sets per session, which is a lot more than what I used to do. In the past, I used to do like 8 to 10 sets per session, but now I do 15 to 20. But still, somehow my sessions are shorter because, like I said in the past, or are just as short because in the past I used to like take super long rest breaks and they were just unnecessarily long. Now I do like 15 to 20 sets per session, but my rest breaks are a lot shorter. But some people would do 25, 30, 25 sets per session, which doesn't really, I don't really see, I don't really think it's a good idea to do that. Very often you won't be able to recover from that much volume. You should understand that more isn't always better. Sometimes it is. I'm not saying in the past I used to say that volume, yeah, just focus on training hard and train to failure. Volume isn't important. Yes, volume is important. I've changed my mind with that over time. But you have to understand more isn't always better. If you can't recover from the volume you're currently doing, then what's the point of doing that? And very often, doing anywhere between 10 and maybe 20 sets per session, or maybe if you really push it, maybe 22, 25, maybe. But most of the time, staying anywhere between 8 and 20 sets per session, that's I would say, a good starting point, a good window. I would say set window, volume window that you could kind of find yourself in. Because doing more than that, I don't really see the point. More isn't always better. Yeah, even if you're prioritizing a certain muscle group, but training every single muscle group with super high volume, it's probably a recipe for disaster. And doing less than that, yeah, it could work. Who knows? But yeah, I would recommend to do at least maybe 8 sets. It also depends on what muscle group you're training. If you're just training forearms, of course, don't do 8 sets. But if you're training multiple muscle groups on that day, then doing at least eight sets would make sense. And the last thing that allows me to just train for 6 hours literally is I just go to the gym very early. Today, like right now, it's 8 a.m., 8:45. I already went to the gym today. I had a full workout, a full back, bicep, and forearm workout. And now I'm back home. I literally was in the gym at 5:50, 5:55. That's when I was already in the gym at 5:50, 5:55. So there weren't that many people there. There were already a few people, but it wasn't like full. So I never had to wait for a machine. So today I didn't really use any machine, to be honest. Yeah, yes, I used a lat pull down machine. But outside of that, I didn't have to wait for anyone. But if I went to the gym at like 5 p.m., well, the gym is packed at 5 p.m. I remember when I was still in school and I was going to the gym after school. It was so full. There were so many people there, and I had to wait for pretty much every machine, every like the squat rack was always full, and I always had to wait. But now I don't have to do that because I go to the gym super early. So you don't have to go as early as I do, but just find times if you really want just absolutely save time. Just find time to just times where people aren't necessarily going to the gym, times where most people are at work, times where most people are still asleep, or maybe you go like later on in the gym, you maybe go to the gym at 20, at like 8 p.m. or maybe 10 p.m. Or I would say the gym is probably still pretty full, fairly full at 8 p.m. But just find times where most people don't have either aren't awake yet, or are at work, or just have things to do. So for me, just going to the gym at 6 a.m. really works well for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you found this valuable. If you want more help from me, you're interested in my one-to-one fitness coaching, then you can click the first thing in the description. Don't dreams convert, chase it.